All right, and hopefully everybody can see the slide. Just again, wanted to share a little bit about myself with you. I haven't had the opportunity to meet everybody yet. Hopefully, when we're back out and about again, I will. But until then, just wanted to tell you a little bit about myself. So, how do I take my coffee? The most important question. I really believe variety is the spice of life, and I love my Keurig K-Cup machine. Different flavor of coffee every day works just fine by me. Car. What is my car? I have a silver Toyota RAV4 little SUV that I can load up and get all over town. Again, it hasn't seen a whole lot of activity here in Southern Cal lately, but hopefully here in the near future it will be.
Yeah.
How long have I been in lighting? I'm sorry, does somebody have a question?
You're going to stop, I guess, right?
Hello? Okay, I'll continue. So I've been in lighting. This is my 19th year in lighting. I've started out with a very small family-owned company called Enertron in Oceanside, California, and have worked almost exclusively on the manufacturing side. I have worked for companies like Universal Lighting out of Nashville, Max Light out of New Jersey, Venture Lighting out of Cleveland, Crosswind out of Syracuse, New York. Most recently, I was with a small startup LED company out of Salt Lake City called ESL Vision. I've been really fortunate and have been really privileged to work in this industry. I made some fantastic friends, customers, mentors. It's just really been a great experience. I love every day and love what I do. So what do I do when I'm not selling lighting? What do I do for fun? I do a lot of the same things that you all probably do. I enjoy spending time with my friends and family. I play some bad golf and I drink some good wine on occasion. Halco products, which is my favorite? I know we shouldn't have favorites. It's like children, pets, agents, distributors, but they should all be our favorites. But I really do like the Select products, the new Pro LED Select products. Love the adjustability of them, the ability to lower SKUs. It's just a great product, and I definitely see more direction with that, going in that direction. And I also wanted to talk to you today a little bit on our topic of increasing sales productivity. So I'm going to switch back over to the live. Hold on a second here. I'm having a little bit of technical difficulty. Let me know if you guys can see my screen.
Tina, you'll have to stop sharing your video.
There we go. Okay, gotcha. Sorry about that, guys. All right. Hopefully I'm off mute and my video is back on. All right, so we're going to talk about a little bit about sales productivity and increasing it. So it really made me ask myself, what exactly is productivity? I went straight to the source, the Merriam-Webster dictionary, to ask the question, what is productivity? So the dictionary defines it as the quality or state of being productive. Doesn't tell us a whole lot really about what it is. So why do we want to be more productive in sales? The answer is fairly obvious. We want to be able to maximize our resources and get the most benefit out of our time. It's really important to companies because it's something that they face every day, is how to get the most out of what they're doing, how to increase sales productivity. So again, we've covered the what, the why, and the biggie is really how do you do it? And so that's really what I want to share today, is a couple of the things that I do every day that can help to increase productivity. Some of them are kind of basic. Some you may already be doing. Again, everybody's different and has their own way of working, but I just wanted to kind of share with you some of the things that I do that you may find helpful. So to begin, I try to start each day on a strong note. For me, that means getting up early, being positive, And it actually even starts the night before. I'll put together a quick list of things that I maybe didn't quite get finished, things that are still pending, things that must get done, things that need to get done. And so the next morning I have a little mini roadmap to know where I need to go and what I need to do. So the simple little daily habits like that have really helped me. They kind of build on each other throughout the day to kind of keep that positive vibe first thing in the morning flowing throughout the rest of the day. The next thing that I think is important in terms of increasing sales productivity is continually striving to build and grow relationships. I think we all understand that this is a very big relationship business, lighting. It is something that we all have to do continuously. And the way that we do that really is by doing what we say we're going to do. I know Don Runyon touched on that when he spoke on his regional section, but it's really doing what we say we're going to do, returning phone calls, getting kind of back to the basics, returning emails, communicating with customers. Perhaps we don't have the answer yet. Perhaps we're waiting on that from somebody else. But just keeping that line of communication open. And it's really one of the simplest things that you can do. And it's a good thing to build relationships with people. We all know within an organization who the people are that can get things done, that are responsive to us. And on the flip side of that, we know the people that are not so responsive. So that's kind of a big one. The next one is really a personal mantra for myself, and it's serve your customer well and the success will follow. So really focus on service. And everybody brings their own style, their own personality, their own way of doing business. The main message is be yourself, be genuine, be authentic. And the other thing that I'm doing more now than ever in our current situation of virtual life is treating telephone calls like a face-to-face meeting. And by that I mean turn off social media, focus on what they're saying, kind of not be thinking about lunch, dinner, projects, deadlines. I know we all have a lot of things vying for our attention, but really giving them that full time as if you were standing right in front of them. The fourth one on my list of productivity increasers is to really always be learning. This is another big one for me. So it's a moving target, lighting. New things every day, new competitors every day. So I try to make sure I know my products well, I know the industry well, I know the competition well, and really it'll position you in a much better place to be able to grow productivity if you know what you're up against out there. In addition to that, being lighting certified, I have to recertify every 3 years, so that really causes me to keep up to date on new technologies. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is to practice actively listening. So often we're having a conversation with somebody and we're thinking 3 steps ahead about how we're going to answer what they're talking about. We're not fully engaged in what they're saying. And it's really imperative to make sure that we're hearing our customers and understanding what it is that they're trying to say. I wanted to tell a little story about the very first trade show that I went to outside of Southern California. It was in the Seattle area. It was an East Coast, it was a West Coast energy management show up in Seattle several years back. And I was with Universal Ballast at the time. I was up at the show by myself at the booth. First customer comes up and I proceeded to give my pitch about how my widget was so fantastic and could save him a ton of money. He said that all sounds great, but this is obviously your first time in Seattle. And I said, well, yeah, it is. I'm from Southern California. And he said, I can tell. And I said, well, how is that? He said, we are on hydroelectricity up here. We pay $0.015 a kilowatt hour. We make so much electricity, we actually sell it to California and other places. And I said, okay. And he said to me, now would you like to know what does sell up in this area? And I said, please, let me know. And he said, talk about things like sustainability, reduction of carbon footprint, being green, taking cars off the road. Those are the things that speak to us up here. So the bigger lesson for me in that story is you really don't know your customers' pain points or what they're trying to accomplish until you engage in that conversation and really find out those questions. I've been back to Seattle many times since then, and he was absolutely right on the head about that one. So the next thing is that this actually segues right into it, which is having sales conversations. Basically, again, talking to a customer, finding out who they are, what they're trying to achieve. The other thing that I like to do is suggest a specific product to them to take into a specific vertical market. So for example, maybe you could suggest taking our vapor type fixture into either a food and beverage market, a manufacturing market, or maybe a dairy market, again, depending on your area, your region, and what's unique to that region. But it's just another way of looking at our line instead of walking into a customer and saying, I have this great product line, 36 pages worth. It's a whole lot to take in. So that's a good way to kind of laser focus on a product to a market. So I just wanted to kind of share that as well. That's really all that I have today. I'm sure there's a lot of other productivity hacks that are out there. You probably have several of your own. But I just wanted to say thank you for your time and thank you for what you do for us as a company. Hopefully I get to meet everybody soon, and I really appreciate your time today. Thanks so much.